there's a lot to go over. The main things being larger clan caps, change crew sizes, rigs. There's a lot. There is a lot to go over, and all of it is important to some degree. Xbox sucks to be you guys. They're still waiting for their Xbox certification. So, but they have a temporary solution. They're building a network compatible patch, hopefully going to bypass the issues of you guys having progression and tutorial bugs, although that is going to put you guys in a bit of a setback as far as updates. So you're going to be dealing with a lot more bugs, but they made Beat Stick available and unlocked, not just there on your skill tree, but unlocked at level 1. I haven't been to the Totem of Power yet, but apparently they made it easier to understand on how to claim and loot it. Fixed canyon burnable chests at Ripu camps not taking damage from fire arrows. Made a Totem Power grappleable, able to be grappled. It would have been way better to word that. Make PvP on top possible, which was apparently intended. Desert Mule, this is an insane nerf. Understandable, but making Desert Mule, the multiplier, go from 15 to 3 is insane. That's a dramatic nerf. Fixed instances of scattershot meshing. I'm wondering if that's referring to the stuff that I was encountering like day 2, I think it was, where I was using the scatter to glitch through. I mean, we'll find out when I log in, but using the scatter to glitch through my walls and stuff. Made scattershot lose up to 75% damage with distance. The interesting thing to me is scattershots already kind of degrade in damage due to spread with range, right? So I nerf it even more. And then down here, reduced scattershot damage versus players by 50%. Why the doubling down on nerfing? I mean, like, this one I get, because you could two-shot people with a scatter, right? Like, that's a little overbearing. At first, I had a knee-jerk reaction to 50% nerf, but, you know, a 2 to 4 shot kill on someone isn't that big of a deal. But the range thing is, I wonder why they decided to do that. Reduce damage of slow boulders and damage dealt to very close objects or targets. Haven't used that stuff, so don't have a frame of reference. Now this one I find very interesting. Made Ancient Fabricator make noise and smoke on use. Now, Ancient Fabricators, to begin with, are hard to find. They're super tiny point of interests, and they're scattered wherever the fuck on the map, usually out in the sand. Like, you know how hard it is to find them to begin with? And then sick, you found one. You can pretty well bet no one's gonna find you anytime soon. But with this, having it make a noise and smoke, that's great. So now the entire map is gonna know that you're fabricating. And it's going to be a lot harder for solos and small groups to make modules, which is fine. I mean, as a solo, you don't necessarily need a walker with a lumberjack and forager in there. I mean, it's pretty easy to get maintenance and farm on foot just for yourself. So I feel like modules, at least farming modules, are more suitable for, you know, big clans. But that's interesting. It makes him more of a point of interest for PvP, and I love that. Okay, so I called this. So I had people coming into my stream telling me, hey, the wingsuit's scuffed, and people are debating on what the cause is. Day 1 of me having a wingsuit, the first thing out of my mouth is, it seems like a networking issue. And wouldn't you know it, they improved networking to optimize the wingsuit better. Because it was like super jittery and weird, and then the ping would go up, and then suddenly it would get worse. Like, oh wow, I wonder if it's networking. Throw stones are craftable now. So now we can use the thumpers, because now throw stones are craftable by default without unlocking from the tech tree. Set projectile info widget to show effective damage instead of percentage versus each material. Hopefully, I love that. hopefully fixing animation bug when unmanning turrets and freezing character in a pose. Oh shit. I didn't personally run into that, but that sucks. That'd be horrible during PvP. Restored cooked apple and corn recipes to use in clay pot. Where are we? Made aloe edible again for emergency situations like cactus flesh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. The fact that was ever removed in season 5, it was beyond me. Yeah, there's a lot of things in addition to Volcanion maps, of which we'll get to here in a moment, but there's so much good stuff with this patch. It really emphasizes that the devs are paying attention to the feedback and acting accordingly. Like within a week is insane. Like not even a full week and they rolled this out. And there's a lot of updates for Volcanions, and Volcanions came out last Thursday. What a stark contrast to what we've dealt with over the years. Moving on. Set items to show thirst increase by percentage rather than a flat number. I suppose that makes sense. Because you don't increase your you increase your stamina and your health via the skill tree, or your not skill tree, but your attributes, your attribute points, whatever the fuck you want to call them, for like stam, damage, health, etc. But you don't increase the amount of water you retain. So a percentage makes sense, I suppose. Changed fiber bandages to craft 4 at a time per 1 ash. That's huge. It's much more viable to be a little rat. Anyway, add a much longer grace decay period and increase the time between each decay. Thank you. You know how annoying it was to build a base? Changed woodworking stations to 3 times 4 instead of 2 by 6 input slots. Oh, so instead of 2 columns, we have 3 columns of 4. Well, that's nice. I feel like that'll be a little cleaner UI, I suppose. Shaman's Pit loot not being deleted upon looting action. I believe the Shaman's Pit is the point of interest for Volcanion, the event, I should say. Visual audio effects of Shaman Pit. Shaman Pit spawn loot when tower is completed rather than when player spawns in. That makes sense. Probably helps with performance as well. Added missing asteroid events to Volcanion dial. Oh, we weren't... I didn't even think about that. We weren't getting asteroids whatsoever on Volcanion this whole time. Increased drop rate of module components. Thank you. It was pretty ass on Volcanion. It was honestly kind of good on medium tiles. Replaced tallow and short saw recipe to allow for use in canyon maps. What? Is my brain just not... Have I not had enough coffee? Replaced tallow in short saw recipe. Short saw recipe. Am I having a seizure? Fixed output size stack for tier 2 and 3 woodworking stations. Oh, that's actually really cool. So, you know how like when we go from like a small chest to a medium chest, the stacks increase? I didn't even think about that. That was definitely a bit of an oversight to not increase the inventory stacks of the output size for the stations. Inconsistent recipes for water between campfire and cooking pot. Didn't even notice. Added burning wood slabs and campfire cooking for 10 minutes each. That's actually really good. Disabled eclipse when trying to claim totem of power. Oh, interesting. That's really smart because totem of power is a hot PvP zone, so making sure it doesn't turn dark while it's being active is nice. Set driver cage weight to 2k from 3k. Damn, driver cage is that heavy? That's it. Oof. Yeah, fuck that. Run the mollusk at that point. Unless you're running a boggin, I don't know. That's just a lot of weight for a lever cage. Or a driver, well, same thing. Reduce quality scaling with weapon damage. So they reduced they nerfed quality damage output. I think is what that's saying. Nerfed quality weapon damage. And buffed quality armor and tool. Is that not the same thing? Or am I tripping? It feels like it's like kind of different, but basically the same thing. Hid tier 2 and 3 Stinger from Tech Tree. Excuse me? Why? Fixed bug with ballista rotation. Fixed throwable aloe bomb to use correct mesh and no longer explode. Was it... what was it? Was it doing damage? Or fixed player thrown chalk bomb being gas. Improved draggable loot crates and canyons. Improved server restart time. Restart time. The repair station not breaking on repair is so much better too. The repair station would break on repair. The durability would go down before. That is absurd that they had it like that. Okay, on to walkers. The improvement of dinghy, stiletto, and toboggan cargo packing, interactable location and distance. Adjusted walker power and number of crew slots to coincide more with rigs. Fixed collisions on anti-personnel turret. Apparently collisions were bad on that. Building on a walker will now auto-destroy structures on the walker not registering to a valid rig spot. People will put like 5 times the limit guns and stuff on walkers by having 5 people build one. Oh, that's smart. What an exploit. Having like each person in the group place an object on the walker. That's hilarious. Improved bowling, low speed power. Changed the requirements of magma seeds for the Camelot walker to lock crafting to Volcanion tiles. Added chitin to Falco Those people who got a buffalo built before this patch, you lucky sack. Made Domus Mollusk doors unlock at 50% HP, same as cargo inventory. Shit. I didn't even know they didn't unlock at 50. I assume they did. Good to know. Changed Proxy Walker to only use clan power when it's not deployed. Oh, deployed as a proxy. Lowered Proxy Walker center of mass. Fixed Lazaward glitching into landscape. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I was having that issue where like the legs were completely gone. And then it would 2-shot my legs or launch my walker across the map. Set walker modules back to 100 slots by default. Teleport walkers packed in trade and lobby. Only if the tile is decaying and not when the server is safely shutting down for maintenance. Oh. So people's walkers were getting dumped into the lobby when it went down for maintenance. Reduced pebble HP to make walkers travel over them easier. Oh, good. The collisions on rocks have been insane. Fixed collisions on bottom of mollusk to get hung up less often. I wasn't running into it too much. Heavy armored walker legs to hard armor type. Okay, good. Removed ability to self-destruct, PvP tagged, and already zeroed walkers. There's no point in self-destructing a zeroed walker. Interesting. Why would you do that? Removed a large rig spot from stiletto tier 3 rig. Removed a large rig spot from boggin tier 3 rig. Increased proxy weight capacity from 2k to 8k. That makes a lot more sense. Cleared traveled location for proxy walker after successful claiming the tile. What? Cleared travel location for proxy walker after successfully claiming the tile. Oh, some of this shit's just going over my head. Cleared travel to location. I just don't know what it means by cleared travel location. Moving on. Made walker cap less restricting for larger cap tiles. So this is a big one. 6 cap is now 200, 12 cap is now 250. I don't remember what it was for 12 cap before. I think it was like 200. 25 cap was 300 before, now it's 4. And 50 cap is 500. Have they introduced 50 caps in the bigger regions like EU and probably in South America too? Fixed going over walker cap not affecting some walkers. Okay, moving on to maps. We're almost done. Fixed incorrect loot spots in Ancient City. Added quests and auctions to Volcanion map. Oh my god, they weren't there. Fixed missing trader spawns in Ancient City. Removed some duplicate things spawned in Ancient City. Maps will now hide player numbers when inactive. Oh, okay. Good. I don't know why it wasn't the case before. So you would go and look at a tile that's about to pop up and activate, right? And then you look at the player numbers, it's like, oh, 71 players on this tile. And I'm like, no way that, no, there isn't. The tile's not even open. But it's because there's 71 people sitting in the lobby, I'm guessing. This one's huge. Added insects and cotton to Volcanion maps, which was insane. Or hopefully get it as a drop. Now we can actually farm it, and solos and small groups can try to sustain themselves a bit. Removed ceramic from canyon asteroids and replaced with clay? Why? Why? Who needs to be getting clay in canyons? That makes no sense. Okay, before, apparently you were able to get ceramic shards from the asteroids on canyons, right? And, well, asteroids weren't spawning on the Volcanions. Now they're spawning, and they changed it to where they now drop chitin as well on Volcanion. But then on canyon maps, the map before Volcanion, it drops clay, whereas before it was dropping ceramic shard. That makes no fucking sense. It's so backwards. Flip it. Put the chitin on the medium tile and put the ceramic on the volcano. What? Who thought that made sense balance-wise for progression? That makes no sense. Unless someone can make it make sense, but that makes no sense. If you're gonna make the asteroids drop chitin on Volcanion, why would you make them drop clay on canyon tiles? Removed meteor cores from cradle asteroids. Okay, that makes sense. That wouldn't make sense. The fuck do we farm from it then? I don't know. But that makes some sense. Iron ore drop rate of Volcanion asteroids is reduced. Anyway, moving on. Last but not least, the creatures. They added the swamp buck to the Volcanion map, so we're able to farm goo for the purification station. Added spawn chance to Rupu gates in Ancient City to add some variability. The fuck are Rupu gates? Removed Rupu gate armor type in Ancient City. Fixed clear any Rupu camp quest. I don't think I ever even got those. I've mostly been getting the deliver this. So I'm like, I can't find the delivery merchant ever. I've seen one since the release of this test. Small chance to gain rigs from various Rupu camps. Oh my gosh, thank you. Rigs have been, they're so impossible to find, I swear. Unless you're doing events. Added better loot options to creatures. Like Nur will sometimes drop Fang in a bag. Added schematic drops to Nur and other larger creatures. Oh nice, okay. Make it a little easier for solos and small groups. Show detailed tool info on dead creature bodies. So I'm assuming like what harvests what, I'm guessing. Fixed tool harvesting on Koa and Papak. I have not run into either of these yet. A little absent. Fixed Occam bodies sometimes being destroyed by stray guns plus melee shots.